Hey there, it's Brian. I just wanted to talk a little bit about frequency tables and show how you can use this custom distribution calculator to do some stuff with frequency tables. Okay, well, here's an example from the Introductory Statistics OpenStax book. We have, in a survey, several people were asked how many years it has been since they purchased a mattress. The results are shown. Okay, here's the table. So people have purchased a mattress 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years since, and we have the frequency, which is how many people in the survey answered, 0 years, 3 years. So 22 people said 3 years. So let's first task, let's create a relative frequency. Let's calculate the relative frequencies and the cumulative relative frequencies. So relative frequency is a proportion. So what proportion of people said 0 years? Well, that would be 2 people out of the total. And so what you would have to do manually would be add up the frequencies so you know exactly how many people were surveyed. Then 2 divided by that number would be the relative frequency. Let's use this tool. Okay, so this is the custom distribution calculator. Now you have 2 inputs, either entering probabilities or entering frequencies. We're dealing with frequencies, so let's click on that to enter frequencies. Now the starting value is 0 years, so I'm going to put a 0 in here, and I'm going to auto increment because we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a simple feature that helps quickly get the table filled in. Okay, 0 through 9. However, we don't want to go all the way up to 9. I want to set the values. There's 0 through 5, so we only want to go up to 6 values, which counting 0 would go up to 5. Let's just test that out. If I tab to a different cell, it'll actually just shorten that up. Okay, 0 through 5. Now I just want to enter the frequencies. So I want to for the first frequency, just go through 8, 13, 22, 16, and 9. Just copying the data in from the table. Now you can see the relative frequency is calculated immediately, and so is the cumulative relative frequency. So the relative frequency, as I said, it's just 2 divided by the total number. Now at the moment it doesn't have the total number, but I'll probably I might add that as a last row just for convenience, just to show how many there are. So the relative frequency, it's a proportion. Those should add up to 1. The cumulative relative frequency, it's adding up the relative frequencies so far. So the first one is the same as the first row. The next one is the sum of these 2 relative frequencies, and so forth, until finally at the end 1 is the sum of all of the relative frequencies. So if I was to ask you how many people, or what proportion of people has it been 4 or more years, we can answer that question in a couple ways. If I want to say what proportion have 4 or more, I can use the first calculator, so probability or proportion that the x, the value is greater than or equal to 4. Actually, just moving from one cell to another calculates it, but you can see the area is 0.357142. So that's saying that 35% of people, roughly 36%, bought a mattress 4 or more years ago. And if you wanted to, you have this checked value option. You can, if I'm interested in how many, what proportion of people either bought a mattress 0, 1, or 5 years, you can click 0, 1, 5. You can just click them individually, and this will just add up the probabilities. If you just want to know the sum of certain years, that's a fast way of doing it. But anyway, this gives you a cumulative relative frequency table, a relative frequency table for your data, for your frequency data. And that's what I wanted to show you.